So in this video, what we'll be doing is we'll be having a look at vernier calipers, how to read them, and also micrometer screw gauges. So here's some instructions about how to measure using vernier calipers. So first of all, you'll close the calipers and record any zero error. Step 2, for outer dimensions, open the caliper, put the object in between the outside jaws of the caliper and close them. 3, for inner dimensions, open the caliper, put the inside jaws of the caliper between the object and close the calipers. Step 4, read the main scale. Step 5, read the vernier scale by matching up the lines and add on to the reading from the main scale. Step 6, subtract or add your zero error. So obviously in practice, in the school lab, you'll be able to see and practice using them, but if you are presented with a diagram such as these ones, how do you read them off? And also these are the types of scales that you will get on the vernier caliper, and you need to be able to read off what they say. So let's have a look at these measurements. When there's no zero error, that means that the vernier scale lines up here with the main scale, and so in this diagram there is no zero error. Here we also assume that there's no zero error, so if this was at 0, then it would be lining up with the 0, both zeros would be lining up, you see, on both scales. Right, here we're assuming obviously that it goes from 5 to 6 in the diagram, but it's just missing out 0 to 4. So the 0 on the vernier scale is now at this point here. So what we have to do, first of all, is have a look at what the main scale reading is. So we read off the number 5 here, so that's going to be our first number. And then we have a look at where the 0 is on the vernier scale. So if in this example here, the 0 is just beyond the 0.1, so it's 5.1 and the 0 is just beyond there. Now for the last decimal place, what we do is we find which division on the vernier scale matches most closely with the division on the main scale. So in this case, it's here. This is the one that matches up, that lines up most closely at this point where the cursor is. These ones are not lining up. This one's lining up a bit better, but not perfectly. Again, not perfectly. None of these lining up perfectly. This one is the only perfect one. And how many is that? Well, you look from the 0 on the vernier scale. So it's 1, 2. So that gives you your final decimal place, because it's the most precise part of the measurement, which is taken from where it lines up perfectly. Now, because there is no zero error, there's nothing to add or subtract. So the reading is 5.12 centimeters. Let's go with a positive zero error. What that means is that the scale has started as if there's a measurement already. So that actually needs to be taken away. Now, of course, zero errors can be explained a bit more by your teacher when you're looking at when you're actually using one of these vernier calipers. But here, if you're presented with a scale like this, all you just need to remember is that you subtract the final positive zero error. Otherwise, your reading is going to be too great. So if we have a look here, the zero error, where the zero error is, well, there's the 0 on the vernier scale, which is the lower scale, is halfway between the 0 and the first division. The first division being 0.1 centimeters, so halfway to that is 0.05 centimeters. Now, when we take a reading with this vernier caliper, the reading, first of all, is 4.1, right? So there's the 4, there's the 1.1,